Hi, this is Andy from MPRV News. Welcome to the origins of MPRV News, Part 9. 2014. Now that I had more time on my hands away from the punk music, I was exploring all different parts of America. I was lucky enough to have a lot of friends that was all over the country. Some years I was going 3 times a year. There was times in America where punk rock did cross my path when I was in certain cities, so I did go to the shows. But on the whole, I was done with punk, or so I thought. It was kind of inevitable that sooner or later I would end up with a girlfriend that was an American. It was also inevitable that sooner or later she was going to want to come and visit me in England. My American girlfriend was also into punk music, so she chose to come in August when the Rebellion Festival was on. That was going to be a tough one for me. I had gone to the first few Rebellion festivals and I didn't enjoy them at all. In fact, I hated them. But as Rebellion is a nostalgia festival, I can understand her wanting to go. A chance to see a lot of bands in one hit that would not come through the area of America she lived in, as well as the chance to say you've seen that band on your CV. One of the many things I disliked about Rebellion was the line of bouncers and barriers and seeing punk bands on big stages. So I decided to look for a local show in Birmingham for her to experience punk on a smaller stage in England. I was so grateful for the internet because I was so out of sync with the punk scene in Birmingham, I didn't have a clue what to look for. When I found the gig that I was looking for, what caught the eye more than anything was the fact that 2 of the 3 bands playing were from overseas. As I said in a previous episode, a lot of bands from overseas were bisecting Birmingham, so it was a bit of a surprise, even allowing that these bands were playing as pre-shows for Rebellion. Although I was only used to taking my video camera on vacations, I decided to take it to the gig and record it as a memory for my girlfriend. I had only videoed one band in my life with a video camera, and it's a different kettle of fish to filming a live band moving around to just filming buildings on vacation. The evening of the gig turned out to be a nice evening, and I knew my camera was good to work outside in good light, but inside of a gig at a venue I'd not been to before, I was unsure, and the camera was only standard HD, it wasn't full HD. We had a great night, and all 3 bands were amazing. What caught the eye especially was how small the street punk scene had become from the early 80s shows at Dig Pacific Core. It was nice to see some of my friends from the past at the show, and I was rather surprised to see that the show was largely watched by people that were around my own age and not a younger crowd. This was going to turn out to be a pre-warning to what I was going to see at the Rebellion Festival. On the morning after the gig, I loaded the footage up on my computer and took a look, and I was amazed how it looked. I was still buzzing from the gig. That long spell of 13 years without doing virtually anything had rekindled my flame to do more, to the point where once my girlfriend had gone home, I was actually going to start going to some more gigs in Birmingham and take my video recorder with me. A flame had been rekindled that night, and I don't think it was going to go out. I've always been the sort of person that once I get into something, I give it everything. And I had gotten back into going to gigs, and I was going to give it everything. I was just going to every show going in Birmingham. The gigs I was doing were piling up, and also the amount of blank DVDs that I was filling up and sending over to the States for my girlfriend. There came a point that I felt guilty that we was keeping the footage to ourselves. I decided that the footage should not be shared between the two of us, but with everyone. So I used Facebook to load the footage on there, even though at that time they didn't have the capabilities to put it out in HD. But that didn't matter because my camera wasn't full HD anyway. Things got pretty crazy and intense with me with this video filming of the bands. I really did latch on to the Birmingham punk scene. I was even showing up at Valentine parties to film a band that was on the bill from the scene. One year I even set out to do 100 shows in 1 year. I actually dropped well short on 73, but that was a big effort still. When you consider the amount of shows I was going to, and I was filming every single band on the bill that I went to, from first band on to last band off, I shot some footage of them bands. It got to the point where I had to take things maybe to the next level. Next level, I mean, I needed to name myself. Not me personally, but the video that I was doing. I just wanted to keep things simple, and since I was filming the Midlands punk scene and the bands in it, I figured that Midlands punk rock video was as simple as it gets. Once you named yourself, there was only one move left to follow that up. I needed a logo.